spook and the fear out of all the shit. Like shit that niggas are scared of, and they say, oh, don't go mess with that. Oh, you gonna get this or boogeyman. Or, it's always trying to scare us when it's shit that's our shit, stuff that we need to get to make the connections. They scare us away from it, so we just go around it. But you making it to you going head first right into the shit. Nigga, we ain't scared of this shit. Nigga, get this. It's like you walk into a haunted house, and when you walk in, it's like a spider web at the door. You just knock the spider web down. Nigga, I ain't scared of this shit. Nigga, get this shit out of it. We walk up in here and see what the hell's going on. Like a crazy motherfucker. Like, they scared of us, man. They scared of niggas like that. You know, niggas that ain't scared. They can't scare you. They can't spook you. They can't get you off your square. They don't like niggas like that, bro. They don't like because you uncontrollable. You unpredictable. And technically, we are predictable because we're gonna do just what the opposite. We're gonna put out front what we saying against the niggas that's out to stop us. It's just like this is what it is. We're about to get ready to get out of here.
Can we get some Ye is right hashtags up in the comments, y'all?
Yeah, Ye is right hashtags. I've been seeing that a lot.
Kanye right. Kanye is right hashtag and Ye is right hashtags. Load them motherfuckers up.
Oh yeah, before I get out of here, let me ask you this last question. Somebody asked this. Like, do you the Kyrie Irving, because they bringing his name up too with the Kanye West thing? Is it a connection between? Is he working with Kanye or people? Somebody asked that.
Didn't you hear Kyrie Irving say, "I got an army with me"?
Yeah, he did say that.
Okay. Didn't you hear Kanye West say, "I'm well protected"?
Yeah, he said that.
Okay. Now it's another one too. Just came out, but I can't remember which one it is. But it's like 3 of them now.
3 people that they blackball.
They can't blackball them.
They whiteball them, yellow ball them.
Look, they trying to blackball them, but that's just pushing them to the positions of power.
Yeah, they making them blow up. Really, that's what I'm saying. These people crazy. The way Illuminati do shit. I mean, these suckers, man. The way they do shit, it's like they really backfiring. Everything they do now is backfiring on them.
Right, because when I expose the game plan, now all of the players know how to play the game in order to overthrow the system. So everybody doing a part. It's just that when we see somebody doing a part, we got to back up their play so they know we all in this shit together.
Yeah, I'm with
teamwork make the dream work. For real.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gonna just keep bullying us and we don't respond.
Exactly.
We ain't got to lift a finger. All we got to do is fuck up the algorithms. We fucking with their money.
It's already happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pimp C say, everybody ain't no punk, man. You can't keep punking us out, man. We ain't no punks. We finna pop the trunk, boy. It's time to pop the trunk on these niggas, man. I maybe pop the trunk. Like down south, niggas keep their shit in the trunk. Like in certain counties where you can't ride with your gun in the car, they keep it in the trunk. So nigga down at but Texas, they can it's open carry and shit like that. But he's saying, you know, don't make me, because I got some shit in the trunk, boy. Don't make me go pop that trunk now.
Yeah.
See, man, I'm telling you. Hey, we about to get up out here.
So let me explain the algorithm for a minute, Elder. Then we're gonna cut. So the algorithms, we want to hit them. They don't care if we kill one of them. They care about the dollar. So when we show the support for Ye, that's making their dollars decrease. We hitting them in the pockets where it hurt. We kicking them in the ego.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when they see that we don't back down from them, and we let them know that they seen, motherfucker. Farrakhan already told them, tell your master to come out from hiding, motherfuckers. He done told him he gonna have to show himself now. The one that's pushing all of the buttons is pulling the string. Bring his motherfucking ass on up to the front. Bring him to the front of the class. Right. So we know who they have all this power. We know who they is. We want y'all to see who they is.
Hey, we out there. That's it. Hey, you can drop the mic off there. You can drop the mic and walk off stage after that one, right? Hey, showtime at the Apollo, baby. Hey,
Ye is right. That's right.
Right.
That's how we leave that motherfucker. Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Make that the screensaver, Elder.
Huh?
Make that the screensaver.
Ye is right.
Yeah. These pictures you just put up.
I got you. I got you. I got a fire one. I got a fire one I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna got you. I got you. Hey, so we about to get up out of here, man. This shit was lit. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Yo, show some love on the Cash App, man. We had 1,200 people in this joint. That's crazy. For one night, man. We're gonna have it, so we're gonna keep going up and up. So man, we appreciate the brother Rod for coming through. He gonna be back again, man, because it's really like me and Rod channel, really. You know what I'm saying? They just the young little boy. It's really because Rod be dropping them. So hey, man, subscribe, hit that like, hit that bell, brother. If you don't receive a notification from us every day, come back and check with us. We put something out every day. We about to get up out of here, man. Islam, peace, love, Hotep, divine love, assured throughout the boundless universe to all.
About Minister Farrakhan, Nation of Islam, and a few other YouTube pages also touched on some stuff that I wanted to touch on a little bit, because we have to start to understand that what we have been told or led to believe by mainstream media has been only there to confuse us, mislead us, and turn us on one another. So if we're going to ever get to a point of liberation, of freedom from all of this oppression, one thing we're going to have to do is get past jumping to assault each other openly and in public without cause, and no one's doing that to us. So what happens in the community is people begin to speak on things because it look a certain way. But if you understood the divide and conquer mechanism and how it works, you would know that the whole system is set up to turn us against each other. And when you start to mix the rules of the street with investigative reporting, you can ask the wrong questions that can get somebody severely hurt. And that's what made me bring up James Prince, because there was a situation similar to what young Pharaoh's doing with the nation in Farrakhan. He's not really understanding what he's doing, so I'm going to touch on some of it. But until I talk to certain people, I can't openly disclose a lot of information that I will be able to once I made those ends connect. So where we finna go with this is we're going to start with what happened with the J. Prince scenario. All right. A few months back, James Prince released a tweet when one of his people was robbed in New York. And he told the people in Brooklyn, or he asked them rather, if any of them knew who this was, if this was their people, and to sit down with him or, check on it so that they can get an understanding. And I heard several different YouTube channels ask if James Prince was snitching by putting that tweet out. So everybody in the streets, I'm not talking about music industry types, I'm not talking about businessmen, I'm talking about anyone who is in the streets that deal with day-to-day street life. They will understand that what J. Prince done was necessary. He had to address it publicly because the gentleman that did the robbery put it on social media publicly. If he doesn't say anything publicly about it and give the people who are the OGs in that area the opportunity to clean it up, then James Prince would not be following the rules. So what was James Prince doing? in the tweet, he basically told New York, specifically Brooklyn, where the guys that was from, that committed the act, and posted it on social media. Now, nobody had never heard of James Prince going out public and openly addressing the issues that he was dealing with in the streets. He never talked street business publicly. So why would he come out after never revealing himself publicly and all of a sudden release a tweet addressing openly street matters publicly? The reason for that is this. James Prince know the rules of the street. All right? So he know that as soon as they made that public, he obligated now to address it publicly. And y'all got to pay attention, because this is how the reporters can get somebody hurt. Now, the reporter's presumption was that he might be snitching by putting out that tweet, which is nothing further from the truth. You can't snitch on somebody that told on themselves, first of all. Second of all, the video that the guys put up of them taking the Rap-A-Lot chain from this guy, cutting this guy's face up, was a direct humiliation on an OG in any hood. So you can't do that to an OG nowhere. Now, everybody in the streets know that James Prince is known for following what they call the code of respect. So, following the code of respect, he have to address this matter, and he have to do it publicly, because these boys put this stuff into the social media in a public forum. So, James Prince addressed it publicly. So, before I go any further, I'm going to say hi to the family up in here, checking me out, trying to get this stuff situated where we can stop going at each other's head, and we can clean up this mess that they laid down in Babylon on this divide and conquer. So I'm going to say, for all of y'all that's here now, greetings. I'm glad y'all here. I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of different greetings from everybody, because they already know I speak. I'm from the hood, from the block. I'll say, what's up? What's up? That's everybody. That's the Muslim, Assalamu alaikum, and the Rahubats. That's all that in the what's up. So if y'all get offended because I didn't use your term of address, then I can't control that. But I can say what's up, how y'all doing, and much love. So when we get back to this situation, now what did the media types do? They begin to put pressure on OGs in the street to come out and make statements. Nobody was ever supposed to issue a tweet, a verbal response, or an interview dealing with the tweet from James Prince. Because he had to put it out there publicly, they was just supposed to go handle their business, check their family, make sure that they was clean, and leave it alone. Now, if somebody found out it was in their family, they were supposed to address it publicly. That matter that was done in Brooklyn, where the boy got robbed for the Rap-A-Lot chain, came out of my clique, and we ain't know nothing about it. But it's straight now. We took care of that. That's how they were supposed to handle it. Whereas that's why he said we have to get an understanding. He ain't threatened nobody. He didn't say nobody did anything other than whatever is going on up there, those I respect, and he hashtagged them all. But none of them was supposed to openly and publicly respond if they following the code of the street. They was just supposed to go check their camps. Individuals check their camps. Now, their response was, if anything, at most, a phone call to James Prince, hey, this is my son, the general, my camp clean, baby, I'll holler at you later. That's the end of the conversation. It wasn't supposed to be a whole drug out thing. And these reporters, by forcing people like Fat Joe to make a verbal response, by continuously asking them about it, is putting his life in danger. It's not putting his life in danger from Jay Prince. It's putting his life in danger from OGs from his area. Because they already know the rules, and they're going by the rules. And this is how we end up in this situation, which is going to take me to the young Pharaoh situation next. Because if we follow the rules, we won't have these issues. And people always got something to say about somebody else's business without really understanding what it is that they're addressing. So the street rules become imperative to understand in social media and investigative reporting. Because you're not supposed to ask people from the street about street things so you can put it out in the public domain and get somebody hurt. So y'all gotta understand this. You can seriously have a person's life snatched from them by putting the wrong stuff on social media and putting the wrong stuff in an investigative report in a documentary. Now, I did a video a couple months ago, about a month and a half ago, about Tupac. I had to take the video down because it put somebody's life in danger. And later on, once I was able to know that that person was secured, I was given permission to put it back up. So I posted it back up with an explanation. Then, so what did young Pharaoh do to prompt me to give this address? Now, I hope somebody tagged him on the video that I was going to be coming on here because I want him to see this. I am very, very proud of young Pharaoh to begin with for his courage and for his determination to deliver what he perceived as the truth against all odds, because he don't even understand the odds he's facing when he's addressing certain issue, or he have the courage to withstand the backlash of those.
You're really, fresh and new audience for you. Tell us a little bit about, your genesis, if you can share with the tribe. Who, and this is for, because I'm sure there's some tribe out there of our, people that have not, who may not be from, know who you are or be familiar with your work. If you can share with us, tell us a little bit about, in a nutshell, who you are, how did you get here? And when I say get here, I'm talking about this life, this plane, and essentially, what is your mission? So if you can share that with us, brother, that'd be awesome.
Well, I'm from, I was born in Chicago, and I grew up between Chicago, Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Pontiac, Michigan. In the process of this, I went, we traveled a lot when I was little growing up all across the land. So I always knew that ancestrally I wasn't African, right? But I couldn't understand why they kept talking about Africans came over on these slave ships. So while I'm looking at everything I see across the land, I'm examining what the issues is with the people of the land, and we was walking around like zombies, right? So I couldn't understand. We would the only time we came alive is on Friday and Saturday night, right? So I knew something had to be wrong where everybody miserable all that time, right? So I grow up looking at the civil rights struggle, studying Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Emmett Till, looking at all of this stuff, right? And I go all the way back to the Liberia movement, back to Africa, the Prince Hall schools. I'm looking at all of this that's going on, and I'm seeing the consistent pattern. As I get older, you know what I'm saying, I don't know how to put it together until I start doing the studying. I end up catching a case when I was a teenager, and I ended up doing a little over 16 years in prison. And I turned my prison time into monastery and university time. So when I came home, I'm seeing the political dynamics play out and how they using brown faces to influence people to support what's not in their best interest. So specifically speaking about, I'm watching the Obama situation unfold, and I know that when he get in office, he ain't gonna do shit for us, right? But you can't say too much until after the fact, because when you start saying something beforehand, it looked like you're trying to tear your own people down. But we got to realize that everybody look like us ain't us. We didn't realize that was the biggest part of the problem, is that the white man ain't even white. He a Moor, a free white person in law, a political status given by royal nobilities of Europe. So that don't got nothing to do with us. They laws have nothing to do with us. They corpus juris secundums. They ipso juris sui. None of that shit don't got nothing to do with us. That's all barristers' bookkeeping document. That's why everybody that's a practicing attorney has to be a barrister, a member of the bar, right? So my observation, when the chief discovered a matter on the land that affects the other people across the land, he's obligated by the laws of nature to put it out in the public domain and to offer a solution. When the people don't know what to do, it's the responsibility of the chief to step up, take charge, and effectuate the change. So that's what I'm doing. My task right now is to inform the grassroots that the change is imminent. And I got to inform and campaign to the grassroots until we see that change manifest. So this is the mission that I'm on, an educational mission to give out free knowledge of the circumstances and conditions and the remedies to the problem.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That's really, really awesome. And like I said, for taking the time to really look at the problem, that's been the challenge for many of us, because everybody just when people they get caught up in their lives, they don't realize what's going on around us. And the whole thing about these people that like you said, that look like us but ain't us. One of the things that they have had are people in this state of with all the with the media that they control. They've been pushing all of the this the disinformation out there. Between that, to keep us, the whole idea was to keep the people in this vortex of confusion. And then on top of that, with the whole, plantations, they call, workforce, is the whole idea is to have people like some little mouse, on, one of those little conveyor wheels, I guess, where, running on that, that little conveyor wheel where you can't get off,
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's been really the program, where our people are finding, their greatest challenge of getting off of that wheel, got them running around.
They turned Big Mama house into the big house.
Yep.
They turned her farm into a plantation. Big Mama's job was to feed her children. So when we spread out across the land, we came to help her plant in the fall of the year, the spring of the year, and harvest in the fall. When the invaders came, they came as conquistadors. They first landed with Columbus. Columbus' navigator was Pietro del Negro, or Peter the Black, or Peter the Nigger. And
Right.
he was a blackamoor and the navigator is more important than the captain is to the ship. Because without the navigator, the captain don't know where to go. The navigator is the one actually giving ship orders to the captain in order to get to the destination he's trying to reach. And remember, they came before Columbus. They look like us, but they ain't us.
So to, if I can interject right there, that was a great segue, Brother Rod, to exactly what I want to show you and the tribe here. I recall you had mentioned this on one of the other platforms that you were doing a lecture on. I believe it may have been maybe on with the elder, and a few months ago, and it was really really interesting because I got to share this. When you were talking about it, and you had mentioned the whole, that they sent over Columbus as the investigator, Yeah, Christopher. Well, they refer to him as Christopher Columbus, but then they say his name is Cristobal Colon, whatever. But here's the thing that's really funny, and I got to show this to you. Because right there, when I was watching that particular video, when you were talking about all this, I got to show you this. I was watching. Oh, and so when you mentioned, yes, they sent over Columbus as he was the investigator. I kind of laughed because I right around, I think like a couple weeks prior, I was watching some back episodes. Oh, and then and then you mentioned Columbo, and you said, and that's why they have that TV series Columbo, because Columbo is the investigator. And I kind of laughed when you said that, because I was like, oh man, that is the real, because I was watching a few weeks prior to that video, I was watching back episodes rather of Columbo rather, and it was so funny because there was this one episode, and I got to show you this. Family, you cannot make this up. Give me 1 second. I got to show you this. Let me bring this up. And yeah, so that is the channel, just so you know. Just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find it, and I know I saved it. Give me 1 second. Trying to remember what I saved it as. I know I have it. Maybe save this projects. No, it should be here. Live notes. No, I think I called it Chief Rod. Now why it's not coming up now? Hold on. So it's really funny too. Okay, wait a minute. I know how to find it. Give me a second here. And I actually pulled it up last week. Recent projects. Here we go. Got it. I forgot what I called it. Here it comes. Okay. All right, and I'm gonna hold on. Okay. So let me share my screen, and I'm gonna show you this. Let me know when you see it. Share screen. Can you see my screen yet? Can you see that?
It didn't come up yet.
Okay. Give me a sec. I just hit it. Give me 1 second. Let me try it again. Give me a minute. Present. Yeah. Video. I might have to do, no, I shouldn't have to do slides. Hold on, all right, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Select window screen. Oh, come on, give me 1 second. Hold on. This is kind of like, can you see it yet? Hold on.
No, it's not up.
Window, mute, website, spaceship type. Okay, hold on. This might be. All right, let's go on. Allow. Can you see it now?
It's coming up now. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm just, messing with this new technology. So this is the episode from Columbus. This is season 3. If anyone wants to go back and play this, if you have, I don't know if you've got Roku or Amazon, whatever, but I believe this is season 3, and I want to say episode 5, and the episode is called Identity Crisis. And in this scene, and you can't really, as much as family, I'd like to share with you, Tribe, the actual, soundbite and play it. You really can't play the clip because you know how it is on YouTube. So what I can do is, that's why I just gave you this is the actual closed caption of the dialogue, in the scene. So Columbo, he walks into this guy's house, over here, and when he walks into his house, he notices This is his suspect naturally. So he notices on the left side of his home, there's a painting, and he's like, and I got to do I'm going to do the Columbo voice. He says, is that an original painting, sir? And the guy goes, yes. As you see here, he says, yes, that was done in Austria in 1761. All right. So then that's the first part. Then he goes, give me a second. You got to go get the other one, the other clip. Then to him, can you see this? This next one?
It's not there yet. It's still black. Screen's still black.
All right, hold on. I gotta show it to you. It's black. All right, no worries. Hold on. I gotta stop and show you the next one. I think you have to just share it bit by bit. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me do it again. Okay, here we go. Can't. All right, I just allow. Okay, here it comes. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do see it where what he says here?
Well, we can't. It's too small. We can't read it.
Really? Because I actually.
It's not blown up like the other one.
Can you see the scene? Can you see the scene?
Yeah, he's standing in front of the sofa with the pink pillows on it.
Really? Hold on. It's interesting. Let me see something. Because I actually have it as wide as. Okay, you're seeing the small one. Okay, give me a second here. It might be a 10-second delay. Hold on. Let me just do this. Give me 1 second.
So on the left side, you got 3 pictures. There's 2 at the top, one on the bottom.
I see it. Yeah, I actually see it. So let me shouldn't be doing that. Hold on. Give me a second. Because I'm showing you don't see the other one right yet. Okay. So hold on. Let me do this. Maybe if I close this one and then go in again. Screen on this. Hold on. It's this one. Can you see it now? Did I make it bigger? Or is it still?
Nothing moved.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop sharing and I gotta do it again. You gotta see this.